What is going on, guys? Sumi here with ThoughtCast, and today I'm going to be talking about how the world is a kill or be killed world. This is a cutthroat world that we live in. And I think oftentimes with all the social justice that we have in today's social media culture, we don't realize that the world is a very harsh and a very cruel and a very unforgiving place. One of the biggest things I watch a lot of times on social media is those animal videos where animals are just getting killed, and it's brutal to see. You know, as a kid, I used to watch a lot of the National Geographic channels, and there would be videos and, full documentary series where lions were killing gazelles and tigers were killing antelope, and, things were just unforgivable in nature. And that's the world we live in. Like, the rest of the world outside of the human sphere really engages in a kill or be killed nature. And I say this, and I'm going to retract back here in a second, because we think that the world outside of us is just so animalistic, but the reality is humans are mammals. We are animalistic. We just show it in different ways. We show it in a subtle and small way where we have to operate in these political agendas in order to show what we really feel and what we really think. And a lot of times, the people in your life that are telling you things are not honest with you. They're doing things out of a nature to get one step ahead. And so I'm saying this stuff because I watch these videos. I watch these animal videos. I force myself to watch them. I don't like watching animals kill each other. I don't like watching the deer lose. I don't like watching the water buffalo get destroyed by lions. Like, it's painful to watch because nobody wants to watch pain in life. But what I want to tell you, and I really want you to listen to this, is that you have to accept that life is unforgiving, that life is cruel, that life is not filled with rainbows and butterflies in order to really understand and really appreciate the rainbows and butterflies when they're there. Without the rain, you can't appreciate the sun. Without the snow, you can't appreciate the warm weather. And without the pain that you see in the world, you can't appreciate the kindness, the love, the generosity. There's a lot of people out there that talk about life as being this, you can solve all problems with kindness and love and this and that. But I'm going to remind you of something. The greatest technological advances that humans have had are from war. World War II put us on a technological era that we've never seen before because it caused humans to be pushed towards their extremes. And when life is unforgiving, when life is tough, it's going to push people to their extremes. When I was homeless in my 20s, nobody cared for me. Nobody cared about really putting me in a better situation. They thought that I was a young guy, I should be able to take care of myself, and it would be fine. It wasn't until I found a job at a bar that I was able to get back on my feet, and then I started to realize even more so that people didn't care for me. Because while I was getting back on my feet, I used to work at this nightclub. I realized that people care about money, about status, about power. And in the nightclub environment, it's a hyper-focused reality where people care about big spenders, about bottle service, about attractive women. That's what people cared about in the atmosphere I was in. And meanwhile, behind it all, I was just a barback that didn't have a place to really stay, and I didn't really have the money to take care of myself. My apartment that I split with a roommate was $250 a month, and I didn't have any other bills besides that. And a lot of times, people don't know this. On football games, people were just so wasteful, and I would eat the chicken wings, I would eat the tenders, I would eat whatever I had to eat in order to make myself feel full, because that was my reality. Life is very tough, and it's a kill or be killed world out there. So when you're in business, when you're doing anything in an effort to improve your life, you got to understand that it's not that success is scarce, but resources by nature are finite. But if you're going to be jumping into a certain industry, into a certain arena, you're going to be taking away from somebody that's there. And you have to understand that every single piece of success that you get is indirectly pushing somebody else away and indirectly causing that person to hate you, to loathe you, to feel angry towards you. In the financial services industry that I'm in, it's a kill or be killed world. It's a commission-based industry, and one of the biggest things that people don't understand is that while I grow, while I dominate in the industry that I'm in, I'm taking away from other people that are trying to be successful like me. I'm taking away from other organizations, from other agencies that are not a part of my structure because I'm going against them. I'm showing clients that I can provide them more. I'm giving them more options. I'm providing my agents with a more aggressive compensation. I'm doing more for myself, for my industry, for my agency, than anybody else is doing. Because there's people in my industry that have been there for 20, 30 years. And you know what? They've been in it for a long time. They've established so much success, and they start to get more caught up in their tenure. But I come in and I shake up their reality, and I start destroying them in the industry that they've been in for 20, 30 years, because I'm demonstrating new methods of how to approach clients, of digital application methods, of digital lead generation, whatever it might be. I'm showing people that there's another way around this industry to get their retirement set up, to get their insurance set up, to get their healthcare plan set up, to do do more. And that is what causes it to be a kill or be killed nature. There are people in this industry that have been around for 30 years that call me and say, hey, look, you're taking away from my family. You're doing this, that, and the third. And my response to them is, look, I'm sorry. I'm trying to provide for the people that I have around me. And I'm going to do what I have to do to become the best version of myself. I'm not going to be apologetic for it. See, let me give you another example. And this is the restaurant industry. See, when you open a restaurant, people think that, oh, it's just to serve good food, to give great service, but it's a very competitive industry. I think it's 25% of the restaurants in the first year fail. It's a very, very demanding industry. One situation, one bad review causes your restaurant to go down the drain. It's a very competitive environment. And when people are eating at your restaurant, you got to understand that they're not eating at other restaurants on that street, on that area. And it's a kill or be killed world. So my whole point with this message today is that you must understand that the world is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's a kill or be killed world. And every time that you do something in an effort to benefit yourself, you may be indirectly hurting somebody. And you have to be okay with that, especially when you're trying to get large levels of success. You look at the industry of you look at the car industry, Tesla. Tesla caused a lot of pressure for the car industry, and it still is. And I don't know when you watch this video if Tesla's still around and Tesla's still dominating, but right now, Tesla's doing a wonderful job as to causing car manufacturers to change their model to going from gas to electric. And that's not something that anybody wanted to do. They were very comfortable with the fossil fuel generation. And that pressure is what allows people to get better. It's the kill or be killed mentality that allows humans to become very successful, to push to their highest limits, to become the best of the best. So whenever you do something, understand that you must do it in an effort to destroy your competition, to dominate, but as a result, you're providing more opportunity for yourself, the world around you, and you're building community to feed that selfish desire of being accepted.